Right now, as the Senate heads into its second day of opening arguments, we're hearing from the president overnight on new allegations made against him.
And the IRS starts accepting individual returns today. What you need to know before filing this year.
Plus, Wisconsin sports teams are remembering an NBA legend. The latest on the deadly crash that killed Kobe Bryant. Straight ahead.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now this morning.
Good Monday morning, folks. Thanks for joining us on your January 27th. I'm Leah Lynchine.
And I'm Josh Breider. Meteorologist Hattie McLean is here now. And Hattie, I'm wondering if I can wash the car today. It's looking pretty bad.
The answer is yes. Green light. We have a pretty quiet forecast coming up. I think that'll help us get through all of these clouds. Here is your car wash forecast, Josh. I think it's a green light really all week. We don't have a lot of precipitation in the forecast, so looking good. If you don't have time today, you have a few days to fit it in this week. Here's a look at the high-resolution Doppler radar map. I have been noticing some flurries outside right now at the station. Nothing showing up on the radar map. If there is any flurry activity or patchy freezing drizzle, it's just too light to be detected by radar. No ice accumulation, though, is expected this morning. Our temperatures have been holding steady here in Madison. We're still at 27. In Janesville, you're down to 28, 26 in Platteville, and 24 in the Dells. Temperatures over the next 12 hours will climb back to the low to mid-30s this afternoon, so another mild day is expected. Just kind of a cloudy one, though. Here's a look at your first alert traffic maps. No major issues showing up on the roads here and around Madison. No other accidents or incidents to report either in Dane County. So looking pretty good early this morning. Coming up in Maine weather in just a few minutes, we will talk about the cloud situation and how long these clouds are going to be stuck around here.
Ooh, yeah, it's the rest of the week. not to ruin your forecast. Sticking around for a while.
The rest of the
You can leave. Put your feet up.
Yeah.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Thanks. Thanks. I should say you're welcome, Hattie.
Time right now is 6:02, and we're following some breaking news this morning. Officials in Afghanistan are investigating reports of a plane crash. They say a passenger plane crashed in the Taliban-held city or area of the Ghazni province. The plane was operated by Afghanistan's Ariana Airlines. However, Ariana Airlines says none of its planes have crashed in Afghanistan. We are working to learn more about these conflicting accounts. There are no reports of deaths or injuries so far.
Also into the alert center this morning from overseas. One person is injured after a rocket strike on a U.S. embassy. 3 rockets hit the embassy in Baghdad. The person injured only had minor injuries and has since returned to duty. No one has yet claimed responsibility for that attack.
A new report is giving Democrats hope that witnesses could be called as President Trump's defense team works to cast doubt on allegations against him today.
The New York Times reports John Bolton wrote the president told him that critical military aid to Ukraine would be suspended until the country's government launched an investigation into Joe Biden. The former national security advisor wrote this in a draft of his upcoming book, The Room Where It Happened. The House, you'll remember, impeached President Trump last month for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress.
President Trump is responding with late-night tweets, posting he never told Bolton that the aid was tied to investigations into Democrats, alleging Bolton's, quote, complaints until he was ousted. House Democrats have been demanding Bolton's testimony, and these new assertions are likely to amplify those calls. Bolton said he would testify if he's subpoenaed. If motions to call witnesses fail, we could see a final vote on the charges against President Trump as early as this week.
As the impeachment trial continues, Vice President Mike Pence is expected to visit Madison tomorrow. It's all a part of National School Choice Week. He's set to attend an event at the Capitol, which runs from noon until 1. Several roads will be closed along Pence's motorcade route, but the city says it will just have a short-term impact on the downtown area. Everyone entering the Capitol building tomorrow, though, will have to go through security screening. That includes metal detectors, bag checks, and potentially a physical pat-down.
Another candidate is now qualified to be in next month's Democratic presidential debate. Andrew Yang has just qualified to face off against 6 other presidential hopefuls at the February 7th event. This after earning 5% in a CNN poll. The February debate comes right after the Iowa caucuses and just before the New Hampshire primary. The other participants will be Joe Biden, Senators Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Amy Klobuchar, in addition to Pete Buttigieg and Tom Steyer.
6:04 on your Monday. 'Tis the season. Tax time is upon us.
Yeah, the IRS will start accepting individual tax returns today. And Keely Arthur is here with what you need to know before filing. We're here again.
We are here again. I'm your local tax expert. I'll try my my very best. Well, in researching this story, someone called tax season the best of times, the worst of times, and I think that kind of says it all. We all look forward to our tax returns, but getting to that point can be a bit of a headache. Here is what to expect this year. So this is the second tax filing season under President Donald Trump's tax law, and a lot of attention is on, of course, the refund. You might remember last year, a lot of people were frustrated with their returns because they were smaller than normal, but taxes within each bracket overall have gone down about 2 to 3% with the changes. The first tax bracket, however, is 10%. That stayed the same, but every other bracket has gone down. For example, second tier was 15%. Now it's 12%.
That is excellent news for taxpayers. You know, each individual on a whole, I would say, they are paying less taxes. But you know, some of them, it depends on where their itemized deductions were and where they fall as far as the standard deduction.
If people didn't adjust their withholding from last year, they're highly likely to get a similar outcome to what they saw in 2019. The results could be even a little bit more pronounced because the post-Trump tax law withholding guidance was in effect more of 2019 than 2018. But having a smaller refund isn't necessarily a bad thing for individuals. The more you get back, that just means the government held on to that much and used it interest-free. But Josh, I know that you love a big tax return. I'm kind of the same way. It's always nice to have that extra boost in the spring, so I get it. Big lump sum.
Yeah.
Big lump sum, big vacation, whatever you want to use it on.
It's always nice, just like makes me feel good. I get excited about it. I'm doing it this afternoon.
Can't blame you. I know. I love that he's doing it on day one.
Of all the stories I've done, I've never seen Josh's eyes light up more than the tax story.
Bring me the money.
All right, Keely Arthur, thank you very much.
Well, the U.S. Census Bureau says it still needs to fill nearly 25,000 more jobs for census taker positions throughout the state. Census takers will be hired to work in their communities and go door to door to collect responses from those who do not respond to the 2020 census online, by phone, or by mail. Officials say the job pays $17 to $24 per hour and has flexible hours. We have more information on our website. That's channel3000.com.
And the Better Business Bureau is warning you this morning about potential census application scams. Posts on social media are advertising job openings and then requesting to be paid fees for applications and training. A reminder, federal agencies never charge application fees. The Census Bureau also does not charge for training or ask you to purchase your own equipment for the job.
All right, 6:07 right now on a Monday morning, and still ahead for us. Reaction is pouring in from around the country this morning after NBA superstar Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash.
And highs are sitting in the mid-30s this week. Hattie's tracking a cloudy and mild week in the extended forecast. I don't think I took all the thunder from her. She's got the details coming up on News 3 Now this morning. Stay with us.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Don Miller.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry, with honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. So when you need a plumber for an important upgrade or 24-hour emergency service, call RHD. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
When cravings come on strong, be stronger with Nicorette Coated Ice Mint, layered with flavor. It's the first and only coated nicotine lozenge for an amazing taste that outlasts your craving. Nicorette Ice Mint.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo! Those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect. The biggest and best RV event in the Midwest is back. The News 3 Now. Madison Camper and RV show and sale. See over a mile's worth of RVs, camping equipment, and campgrounds under one roof. Tickets are just $10 and kids are free. Seniors, you're welcome at half price on Friday. Meet Gridiron Great Gilbert Brown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Find out more and get your VIP ticket at MadisonRVShow.com. See you at the Alliant Energy Center, January 31st, February 1st, and 2nd.
Trained to fix jets at the Aviation Institute of Maintenance.
If you want to work with your hands, it's a perfect place for you.
Ames is doing a great job of giving the basic system knowledge.
The job opportunity is there. The money is there.
We give you the groundwork, the cornerstones, if you will.
I'm very impressed with the AIM curriculum. The school's keeping pace with the demands of the industry.
The potential for growth is astounding.
Call 800-773-4174.
Year 3 begins at Hogwarts in a special live concert event. Watch as a live symphony orchestra performs with the full movie projected on the big screen. Don't miss Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban in concert.
Tickets at overture.org.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from the Hattie-O patio. Not terribly cold outside this morning, although we have quite a bit of snow on the ground. After last week, we picked her up around 6 to 8 inches of snow here in and around the area. This is what it looks like for that snow depth map. Some areas around Madison have more than a foot of snow on the ground. So a nice snowpack developing here across southern Wisconsin. Still doesn't rival what's on the ground in the Northwoods, but at least we have some decent snow for the end of January. Now our high temperature trend, maybe not the best for keeping snow around. We have temperatures that will be slightly above freezing all week right into the upcoming weekend. Some of those long-range forecast models are hinting that temps will cool down as we head into the first full week of February, but ending January on a pretty mild note. Take a look at high-resolution Doppler radar. We are looking at pretty quiet conditions, although what's not being detected by the radar is a little bit of light flurry activity that we're seeing here on the west side of town. There may also be some very light patchy freezing drizzle. It's not expected to have a big impact, though, with no ice accumulation expected. Now, here's a look at what we have on our live look from the WICTV Sky Camera. This is the west side of town, looking at Raymond Road and McKenna Boulevard. Looks like traffic going at posted speeds there. There is a little bit of a fog issue. Visibility around 2.5 miles in a few spots this morning. With mild temperatures still in the forecast, I would expect some of that snow to melt and sort of fuel the atmosphere with moisture. So fog is definitely a possibility through the day today. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 20s right now. 27 here in Madison, 28 in Janesville, 24 in the Dells. Luckily for us, though, we don't have to deal with a wind chill this morning. Winds are very light from the north. Our future track forecast model just has a lot of clouds in the area. That chance for flurries is confined to mainly the morning hours today. By lunchtime, we'll be back close to the freezing point. May climb a couple of degrees warmer than that this afternoon, but not much. Temperatures will top in the low to mid 30s. Clouds are going to hang around all afternoon and right into tonight. No major changes in the forecast. We do have, again, a chance for some freezing drizzle overnight tonight into early Tuesday. Overall, though, when you look at that extended forecast, just a lot of clouds in the area today, or through the week, I should say. Temperatures will top in the mid-30s. Climbing a little closer to 40 for the weekend, but that's when our next best chance for precipitation is. Late Friday into Saturday, there will be a chance for rain and snow. Let's get a look at those traffic reports now this morning. We'll show you what's happening on area roads. First, send it over to Stacey Kay. She has all the details.
Thanks. Yes, some areas do have some freezing drizzle, so not all roads are dry. Just keep that in mind as you hit the road. Otherwise, it's a quiet start on the Beltline. Nothing to slow you down yet in either direction. Checking out other roads here in Dane County, just the usual slowdowns at Stoughton Road and Park Street approaching the Beltline. Volume is not an issue yet downtown. And other main routes heading into Madison, cruising along at the posted speeds, no crashes or delays. With your First Alert traffic, I'm Stacey Kay.
Thank you, Stacey, and thank you, Hattie. 5:14 your time now. We are hoping to learn more this morning about the crash that killed an NBA legend.
Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash in California.
2 Echo X-ray. You're still too low level for flight following at this time.
Dispatch audio captured the moments before Sunday's crash that killed Bryant, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 others, including Orange Coast College baseball coach John Altobelli, his wife and daughter. The helicopter went down in foggy conditions on a steep hillside in Calabasas, about 30 miles northwest of Los Angeles. The pilot had asked for special permission to fly despite the fog that had reduced visibility. The crash then caused a quarter-acre brush fire. WGN reports this morning that the Zukowski 76 helicopter was previously owned by the state of Illinois. Records show the state owned it from 2007 to 2015 when then Governor Bruce Rauner put it up for sale to save money. The luxury helicopter was used for, quote, VIP transport of the governor and others. A team of investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board are at the scene this morning to try and learn more about what happened leading up to that crash.
Kobe played his entire 20-year professional career for the Lakers, whose home stadium is the Staples Center in L.A. Thousands gathered there to mourn him with flowers, balloons, and moments of silence. The Staples Center was also the host site for the Grammys just hours after the crash.
Los Angeles, America, and the whole wide world lost a hero. And we're literally standing here heartbroken in the house that Kobe Bryant built.
That right there is Alicia Keys, this year's host for the awards show. She was joined by Boyz II Men to sing a tribute to the NBA legend on stage. Other stars like Lizzo took the time to pay tribute to Bryant as well, dedicating her first performance of the night to him.
Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban says the team will retire the 24 jersey, one of Kobe's numbers. His list of basketball accolades is never ending, including 5 NBA titles and 2 Olympic medals. The Bucks are also paying tribute to Kobe this morning, saying his impact on the game of basketball will keep on going, offering their condolences to the family of Kobe and his daughter Gianna and the entire Lakers family. Giannis Antetokounmpo has called Kobe one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Now, in the wake of Kobe's death, the Bucks player deleted all of his social media accounts.
Aaron Rodgers is remembering Kobe as well this morning. The Packers shared this message from their quarterback, saying that many have their own Kobe story, an inspirational moment, play, game, or tale of his work ethic that's inspired us to dig deeper, work harder, train longer, or trust ourselves at a new level.
Kobe Bryant was 41 and is survived by his wife, Vanessa, and 3 daughters. We'll be right back.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
For 2 decades, News 3 Now and Channel 3000 have paid tribute to top-notch teachers nominated by our viewers. Every month, we spotlight and salute an area teacher, and we want to hear about your favorite. If you know a teacher who deserves to be recognized as a top-notch teacher, send us a letter, an email, or nominate a teacher at channel3000.com.
Top-notch teachers, sponsored by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
I've always had jobs centered on helping people, but now with a nursing degree from Herzing University, I've made it a career.
Having a job was one thing, but having a career, to me, that meant something completely different. With a little hard work and a degree from Herzing University, anything is possible.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Like you, my hands are everything to me. But I was diagnosed with Dupuytren's contracture, and it got to the point where things I took for granted got tougher to do. Thought surgery was my only option. Turns out, I was wrong. So when a hand specialist told me about non-surgical treatments, it was a total game changer. Like you, my hands have a lot more to do. Learn more at faxonhand.com today.
Remember when we did one thing and then we finished and then moved on to another thing?
She's just enough with
Then life got really, really fast. We stream, email, pay bills, book flights, buy stuff, email again, entertain ourselves, talk, listen, search for baby goats. OMG, I need a nap. It's just the way it works now. And it works thanks to Spectrum's unrivaled network, powering hundreds of millions of connections every day.
Oh, it's adorable.
Spectrum. Think forward.
Start the new year with great deals from Jeep and Don Miller. It's the Start Something New sales event on now. Get the 2020 Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4. Lease for only $299 per month, 42 months, 10,000 miles a year. $2,500 plus taxes and fees due at signing. The 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited with heated leather seats. There's great selection. Over $4,000 off MSRP after all discounts and rebates and your own Don Miller deal. Don Miller, Madison and Dane Counties Jeep headquarters. Odana Road, Madison.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
It is 6:20 on a Monday. We're looking at a bit of a cloudy start to the week.
We definitely are. And those clouds, unfortunately, going to stick around through most of the week. But temperatures are mild. It is January, after all. Take a look at our low temperatures this morning. We've been in the 20s all night. 27 here in Madison, 24 in the Dells, 28 in Janesville. So not terribly cold this morning. We don't have to add a wind chill into the factor as well. We're looking at very light winds from the northwest, less than 5 miles an hour in most locations. Now, it's still pretty mild through the day today. Our high temperature in the 30s. You'll want to pack the snow gear, though, kids, because the playground is very snowy. A lot of fun times on the playground with all that snow that we received last week. Coming up in weather, though, we will talk about how that snow and the other weather conditions impact travel across the United States.
All right, Addie, thank you. Around the state this morning, winter means snowmobile season up north, and some kids are ready to race. Groups like Wisconsin Kids Snowmobile Racing Association and the Wisconsin Kitty Cat Racers are already organizing matchups. These groups have been around for years, giving kids between the ages of 4 and 15 an opportunity to race, have fun, and learn some lessons along the way.
My favorite part is the racing is that I get to go fast. Going fast. It's super fun, fast, and it's fun to hang out with friends.
They learn how to win, they learn how to lose respectively. You know, it's a lot of fun. They learn a lot of lessons.
Bray is encouraging parents to let their kids try the winter activity with so much padding. She says she feels it's safe and already has plans for her 1-year-old daughter to race as soon as she turns 4. The state championships for these snowmobilers are next weekend.
Speaking of winter activities, athletes in many winter sports are becoming more aware of the symptoms and risks of head injuries. New data shows that boys hockey has the 3rd highest rate of concussions in youth sports. More than 500,000 kids played the sport in the U.S. last year. Dr. Adam Atkins is a sports medicine doctor with Marshfield Clinic Health Systems. He says concussions can be hard to diagnose.
It's hard to do is to say, okay, which hits actually produce a concussion and which hits don't. And that's very individualized. And that's where we have a lot of problem trying to take the research and the data and the studies and really applying them in real life situations to the general population.
You don't have to be hit in the head or even be knocked out to suffer a concussion. Even a hit to the body could impact your kid's head. Concussions can resolve themselves within 7 to 10 days, but the danger comes in getting a second concussion before the symptoms of the first one go away. Dr. Atkins says while helmet technology has improved, there will never be a 100% concussion-proof hockey helmet.
Parents know all too well how much it can cost to put kids through youth sports. Lane Manning's son Miles is a goalie for one of Verona's youth hockey teams. His family was introduced to hockey about 5 years ago, but the cost of playing the sport definitely crossed their mind. That fear from parents is something many athletics officials in the Madison area can understand.
The fees, the travel, the hotels, all of those things add up, and it's really putting a pinch on some families.
Only on News 3 Now, we'll introduce you to a local family making it work. I'll be showing you how to afford putting your child through sports tonight on our News at 10.
Really interesting story that lots of families can relate to.
Yep.
All right, 6:24 your time now. Still ahead, we're taking a look at how President Trump's defense is preparing for their second day of opening arguments after new reports made the waves over the weekend.
And today is the first day the IRS is accepting individual returns. What you need to know before you file when News 3 Now This Morning continues.
Ford F-150 with $11,489 in total estimated savings, or get 0 for 72-month financing.
Get more help with your laundry at the laundry cleanup sale now at the Brothers Maine. Save time and money with the latest in laundry from Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. Maine means more with free delivery on washer-dryer pairs and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee, so you'll be 100% confident with your purchase. That's why we're the More Store. It's the laundry cleanup sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
More epic than scaling Everest. More epic than a front-side 720. More epic than a kid eating broccoli. It's the epic sell-off at Denver Mattress. Right now, save big on the Buena Vista Firm or Easy Choice Loveland. Your choice for only $284.99. Plus, save up to 70% on model year closeouts and clearance items. Or get a $300 Furniture Row gift certificate when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. And 4 years no interest. But hurry, the epic sell-off at Denver Mattress ends Thursday.
It's the biggest and the best. The News 3 Now Madison Camper and RV Show and Sale. January 31st, February 1st and 2nd at the Alliant Energy Center.
Look out! I can't stop!
Whoa, that was a close one.
Oh, I am so sorry. I almost slid right into you.
Hey, I'm okay, but I don't think your tires are.
It feels like I have no traction.
Do your tires have enough tread left on them?
I honestly don't know. Is there any place close by that can help me? I'm a little nervous to drive right now.
Absolutely. Meineke has 4 convenient locations in the Madison area to choose from. They'll inspect your tires for free and tell you if you're safe to be on the road.
I'll go right now. Very slowly.
You've pondered and pinned your wedding ideas? Now put them into place with Event Essentials. Our professional event staff can guide you through expert design with our high-quality, on-trend rentals. Plan your perfect wedding with Event Essentials. We supply everything but the guests.
How does the automatic emergency braking in the Chevy Equinox work?
I don't know. What?
Can you tell me how lane keep assist with lane departure warning works?
Lane departure warning? What is that exactly?
Kids may not know about the 2020 Chevy Equinox's standard safety features, but every parent should.
Get $3,750 cash allowance on most Equinox models. Plus, current GM owners can get an additional $750 cash allowance. And eligible GM card members get $1,000 in bonus earnings.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs. From the Channel3000.com Alert Center.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for staying with us on this Monday, January 27th. I'm Josh Brighter.
And I'm Leah Linscheid. We start this half hour with a look at your first alert forecast. Hattie, tracking a chance of freezing rain, maybe some snow out there.
Yeah, a few flurries here on the west side of town. There may be a little bit of freezing drizzle as well. Take a live look from the WIC TV sky camera shot. We do a look at a little bit of haze in the atmosphere. That's the flurries coming down here on the west side of town. Lots of clouds in the area this morning, and unfortunately, they're not going anywhere. Temperatures are in the 20s early today, 27 in Madison, 24 in the Dells, 28 in Janesville. Your out-the-door forecast has relatively mild conditions today. We're climbing above the freezing point once again to highs in the low to mid-30s. Again, just be aware of that patchy freezing drizzle or some flurries that are occurring this morning. Let's take a look at your first alert traffic maps early today. No major issues here on the Beltline just yet. Getting a little busier on Stoughton Road, though, especially near East Washington. There are drive times, though, still looking to go at posted speeds at this hour. Coming up in weather, we will talk temperatures and how long this mild air is going to stick around.
All right, Hattie, thank you. 6:28 right now. We're taking a live look at the U.S. Capitol building behind us, where the president's defense team is preparing for its second day of opening arguments in the Senate impeachment trial.
Today, they will have to contend with 2 new reports that started circulating over the weekend. CBS News' Laura Podesta reports.
Sit right in the front row.
2 new bombshells in the case to impeach President Trump emerged this weekend. According to the New York Times, the president told his former national security advisor John Bolton he wanted to maintain a hold on military funding until Ukraine launched political investigations into his Democratic rivals. The paper says the exchange appears in drafts of Bolton's unpublished manuscript. On Twitter, Mr. Trump denied having that conversation, writing, "If John Bolton said this, it was only to sell a book." The report dropped as Democrats continued their call for witnesses and documents.
The only thing we're seeking is the truth.
Also released over the weekend, new cell phone video capturing President Trump at a private dinner party in April 2018. He's heard ordering Marie Yovanovitch, the former ambassador to Ukraine, to be fired.
Yeah, and she's basically walking around telling everybody, wait, he's going to get impeached.
Get rid of her.
Hooray.
Okay, get her out tomorrow. I don't care. Get her out tomorrow. Take her out, okay?
Excellent.
Do it.
Republican Senator Tom Cotton on CBS's Face the Nation said the president was well within his rights to remove Yovanovitch.
An ambassador bad-mouthing the president is a pretty sound reason to remove an ambassador.
That cell phone video and audio was provided to CBS News and the House Intelligence Committee by the attorney for Lev Parnas, one of two indicted associates of Rudy Giuliani. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
All right, 6:30 on your Monday. Hard to believe, but tax season is already upon us.
Yeah, I can't believe it. The IRS starts accepting individual tax returns today, and Keely Arthur is here with a look at some of the changes you should know about before filing. Hi, Keely.
Hi, good morning, Leah and Josh. Well, in researching for this story, someone called tax season the best of times, the worst of times, and I think that kind of says it all. We all look forward to our tax returns, but getting to that point can be a bit of a headache, so here's what you should expect this year. This is the second tax filing season under President Donald Trump's tax law, and a lot of attention is on the refund. You might remember last year, a lot of people were frustrated with their returns because they were smaller. If people didn't adjust their withholding, they are highly likely to get a similar outcome to last year. The results could even be more pronounced, though, because the post-Trump tax law withholding guidance was in effect for more of 2019 than 2018. But having a smaller refund isn't necessarily a bad thing for individuals. In fact, if you have a large refund, it's probably time to redo your deductions and get the withholding lowered.
When the IRS holds on to your money for a whole year and gives you the refund on April 15th, they've in essence used your money for a year and a half, and they don't give you any interest. So anyone who's getting a huge refund, they might say, oh, that's great. I'd tell them, no, that isn't great. Get the money early.
Taxes within each bracket have gone down to 2 to 3 percentage points within the changes. The first tax bracket was at 10%. That has stayed the same, but every other bracket has gone down. For example, the second tier was at 15%. Now it's at 12%. And friendly reminder, the filing deadline is April 15th, which seems a long ways away, but I bet I'll be back here April 14th or 15th doing a refresher reminder story and explaining what you can do if you do need to file an extension. That is an option for people, but hey, it's still January. You still have time.
So we know Josh doesn't need it because he's super excited. Are you on the ball?
No. I can't lie to our viewers. I am not on the ball.
Feather here.
At least we have a little bit of accurate representation here. Some people get it done. Yeah, some people wait.
Very true. All right.
Thank you very much, Keely.
Around the state this morning, police are investigating a deadly shopping center shooting.
Cheesecake Factory, our caller said in the parking lot by U.S. Bank, she just watched a man get gunned down.
It happened Sunday at the Bayshore Town Center in Glendale, where a crew from our CBS affiliate in Milwaukee saw a body lying in the parking lot of U.S. Bank. A 30-year-old man from Milwaukee was killed. Glendale police believe the suspect and victim did know each other. Right now, no one is in custody, and police are still investigating what led up to that shooting.
Staying in Milwaukee, police are also investigating the death of a 3-month-old baby who was brought to a police station Sunday morning. Officers say they found the infant in the front lobby, unresponsive, at around 8:30. Life-saving measures weren't able to revive the infant. Foul play is not suspected.
2 people are in custody this morning in connection with a missing child case here in Wisconsin. Police say 34-year-old Jessica Cleesby and her brother, 52-year-old James Cleesby, were arrested in North Dakota Saturday night for kidnapping her toddler child. Cleesby lost custody of her son, 1-year-old Sawyer Jacobs, because of a drug use. Jacobs was found safe in a motel room in eastern North Dakota. He'd been missing since Thursday from Oliva, Wisconsin, about 20 miles south of Eau Claire.
6:34 now. Lots of artists are waking up with some new hardware after the 62nd annual Grammy Awards. Lil Nas X took home a pair of Grammys for his hit song, Old Town Road. Lizzo won 3 Grammys, including Best Pop Solo Performance. Breakthrough artist Billie Eilish had a big night as well, taking home 5 statues, including Best New Artist, Song, Record, and Album of the Year.
Thank you so much. This is my first Grammys. I never thought this would ever happen in my whole life.
The 18-year-old performed with her brother Phineas, who co-wrote, produced, and engineered her album. He won 6 of his own Grammys.
Do you think I could get away with that hair?
I don't think so.
While the focus was on music, a cloud of sadness hung over the Staples Center as performers paid tribute to late NBA legend Kobe Bryant, who died just hours earlier.
We're literally standing here heartbroken in the house that Kobe Bryant built.
Alicia Keys and Boyz II Men sang in tribute to Bryant. The award show took place inside the Staples Center, where Bryant spent his 20-year career playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. Other acts like Run DMC and MusiCare's Person of the Year winner Aerosmith honored Bryant by displaying his LA Lakers jersey during their performance.
Just heartbreaking, and something that artists, athletes, everybody's still talking about this morning.
Yeah, it definitely still kind of gives you chills. It's kind of even weird talking about it.
It is.
Hopefully we can learn more about what happened here in the coming days.
Indeed.
All right, coming up in the morning sprint, we're learning more about reports of a passenger plane crash in the Middle East.
And coming up after the break, a popular dating app is looking to make matches a little bit safer. We'll tell you how next on News 3 Now this morning.
This is the Chevy Silverado with the world's first invisible trailer.
Invisible trailer?
Hop in. Silverado offers an optional technology package with up to 15 different views, including one enhanced view that makes your trailer appear invisible.
Wow, that's pretty sweet.
That's cool. Where's the trailer though? Or get a total value of $6,500 on this Silverado without optional tech package or enhanced invisible view. Plus, current GM owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Bob's Discount Furniture is the only place you can find My Panther. It's got comfy Bobapedic seating, dual power recliners, and power headrests. My Panther. Okay. Light up cup holders, hidden storage, and a drop-down table with reading lights and power outlets. With Bob's Discount, it's only $12.99. My Panther. Wow. Okay, who's doing that?
Get Bob's Discount! This January, you can join Anytime Fitness for just $1. You have health and fitness goals. Let us help you reach them. Join in January and also get 2 weeks of unlimited training. Offer ends soon. Join Anytime Fitness for just $1.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. And now with 25% off, it's time to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
At Papa Murphy's, we're making flavor magic for just $9. Introducing the new Combo Magnifico, a magical combination of giant pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and onions, all for just $9. Bake it yourself, then make it disappear. We make it, you bake it, Papa Murphy's.
People will call the roads bad and blame them for being slippery. The roads don't have any control over the situation, but you do. If you drove a Jeep SUV, you could get out there and see for yourself just how good a bad road can really be.
Get $5,500 total cash allowance on select 2019 Renegade models in dealer stock. Or well-qualified returning FCA lessees can lease the 2019 Renegade for $189 a month.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. A surprise party, a wedding proposal, an unexpected bonus at work. Some surprises are awesome, but this? Weather like this should never be a surprise. Not when you watch News 3 Now, where you get an accurate, reliable forecast, so you're never caught off guard by the weather. Need to get up early to shovel, add time to your commute, wear boots, rebook a flight? Let News 3 Now First Alert Weather give you everything you need to know so you can plan your life.
Welcome back at 6:39. New this morning, a popular dating app is rolling out new safety features to help you if a date goes wrong. Tinder's parent company, Match, is partnering with Noonlight, a safety platform. They're working to introduce several new security features, and it can let the app know who you're meeting up with, when, and where by adding it to your timeline. Some feel that this is comforting, but others say it's an invasion of privacy.
Just knowing that it's there if I ever need it, it can be really easy to just look down at my phone and alert someone without making it obvious and alarming.
I think that's a good thing as well, but I feel like that's like, it's a lot. So it's kind of scary, like the whole facial recognition thing.
Now, one of the features helps users avoid catfishing. We talked to you about this last week. It's where people try to use a fake identity to trick you into believing they're someone else. To prevent that, the app will ask users to verify their photos to ensure they actually look like their pictures. A new panic button will also send your location to nearby emergency responders if you press it.
More safety features is always better, I think. All right, social media has been linked to depression, but now researchers say it might be more disruptive than originally thought. A study in The Lancet shows social media might hurt mental health by increasing exposure to bullying and their physical health by reducing sleep and exercise. Researchers looked at almost 10,000 adolescents between the ages of 13 and 16. They found that while social media might not be to blame for mental health issues, usage can still impact your mental state. Really interesting there. And for all of our baby boomers watching this morning, it turns out you're not as lonely as your millennial and Gen Z counterparts.
A new survey shows that overall more than 60% of adults feel lonely, a 7% increase from 2018. When you break it down by generation, 79% of Gen Zers and 71% of millennials feel alone compared to only 50% of the boomers. Researchers say social media could be a big factor. The survey found that instead of bringing people together, social media platforms have a major impact on loneliness. Avid users were more likely to feel alone, left out, and isolated.
So this is something we're asking you about this morning over on our daily poll on Facebook. Do you think social media makes people feel more lonely, or do you think it brings people together?
So I'm not seeing the numbers on there, so I'm going to try and get this up here on my phone. I'm going to guess most people are going to say yes right now, and I would agree. What is that, Jake? 80% yes. So that doesn't surprise me. I'm honestly not a fan of social media. I think it consumes our lives, and I think we all feel like we need to be on our phone all the time. And a lot of times, for me especially, having to go to bed early at night, I always feel like I'm missing out on things in the evening because I'm not up.
It's ironic, right? Social media is supposed to be this communication platform, and I think it has actually impacted our ability to positively communicate.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, all of our mornings are going to be looking a lot cloudier this week.
You're right.
A lot of clouds in the forecast. Here's a live look outside this morning. Hattie's tracking the latest and letting us know what kind of weather we can expect this week coming up after the break.
But first, it's Monday, January 27th. We want to say happy birthday to Wyatt, Beckett, and all of the kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us here on News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Goldman Cars is starting the new year with a bang. Buy a 2018 new body style Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with factory warranty.
That's right. For the new year, Goldman Cars is selling 2018 new body style Chevy Equinoxes for $14,995 or $239 per month.
So come in today and get your 2018 Chevy Equinox for only $14,995 or $239 per month.
Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
When we say every Culver's Butterburger is cooked to order, here's what we mean.
Could I get a Butterburger?
The Culver's Deluxe, please.
Ketchup, mustard, pickle, and onion?
Craig Culver, I'm going to cook for you. Follow me.
I would love
Come on in. Fresh beef.
It looks great.
And sear, just like we got right here. That's where that great steak flavor comes from.
Totally fresh, made to order, the way you want it.
Searing it to perfection is really cool to see that.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's time to get a whole new perspective on Ram trucks. Because to us, there are no small jobs, no little tasks, and when it comes to innovation, there are no modest ideas. You'll wonder why more people are switching to Ram than ever before. Ram trucks, back-to-back Motor Trend Truck of the Year.
Current competitive pickup owners get an average $13,235 in total values on the 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
News 3 Now First Alert Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning from the News 3 Now First Alert Weather Center. Relatively quiet start this morning, and we need a little time to rest from the active weather that we had last week. Lots of snow across southern Wisconsin. And if you happen to go out to Donald Park this weekend, you may have noticed the snow fort. Well, that was me, part of my boot camp class, building that snow fort as part of our workout on Saturday morning. So thanks for Sharon for sending in this picture of the end result of our fort. Perfect packing snow was the result of Friday into Saturday's snowstorm, made for many snowmen across southern Wisconsin. Also added to our snow depth for the area, now most locations looking at least 6 inches of snow on the ground, some spots closer to a foot. So a good snowpack developing here across southern Wisconsin. Unfortunately, we have pretty mild conditions in the forecast over the coming week. Doppler track this morning is pretty quiet, although there have been some flurries and patchy freezing drizzle occurring, so be aware of that. No ice accumulation, though, is expected today. Relatively quiet across the midsection of the country. We can thank large area of high pressure for that. Unfortunately, that area of high pressure not strong enough to scour out the clouds that we have lingering for the area. These clouds are going to stay put for the next several days. Here's a look at airport delays. No delays here in Madison or the surrounding areas, but there is some fog to contend with this morning through the midsection of the country, and that is causing some delays in Dallas this morning. If that's your travel direction, you might want to check ahead with your flight. Delays arriving into Dallas are being delayed due to the fog this morning. Here's a look at the dense fog advisories in effect from Iowa all the way down to the Gulf Coast this morning with that fog. Elsewhere, though, things are looking pretty quiet. Warmest temperatures, as you might expect, along the southern tier of the United States, where we have sunshine in the forecast. Pretty darn cloudy across the northern tier of the U.S. We are included in that cloud cover here in southern Wisconsin. Our current conditions, we have some light flurries occurring at the airport, 27 degrees, no wind chill. Sunrise now before 7:20 in the morning, so we're starting to gain some daylight on the front part of the day. There is some fog across parts of western Dane County, visibility down to about 2.5 miles in the Dells right now. Temperatures are below freezing, so keep that in mind. It's 27 in Madison, Lone Rock, as well as Prairie du Chien this morning. Future track forecast model shows you light northwesterly winds today and a lot of cloud cover. Temperatures, even despite the clouds and the north winds, will climb, though, above the freezing point. We'll be pretty close to freezing at lunchtime with temperatures in the low 30s. Clouds this afternoon with temperatures just a degree or two above freezing. We'll stick with the cloud cover this evening, and then once again overnight, there is the potential heading into tomorrow morning for a few flurries or a little patchy freezing drizzle. Take a look at our extended forecast. Boy, it's very cloudy, but quiet. Even though we have the clouds, probably a good chance to get the car washed this week. No major precipitation in the forecast until later Friday night into Saturday. Here's our oh my gosh, Scuzzlebutt.
What a
name.
awesome
name for a cat.
Oh, that'll make your Monday right there.
I think that's the perfect activity for today, too.
Oh, love it. Thank you, Addie.
I love that name. Morning Sprint is up next. Stay with us.
When being sick isn't as bad as
Not knowing why you're sick.
When questions lead to confusion.
and angst and anxiety.
When it feels like there's a tiger chasing you into the darkness.
And all you want is a little light.
A little hope.
This is when you need the best of the best. Doctors who don't just perform cutting-edge procedures and treatments. Doctors who invent them. UW Health. Remarkable medicine. remarkable care.
America isn't just sick of Donald Trump. America's getting sicker. There are 1 million more uninsured Americans every year under Trump, and he's repeatedly tried to repeal Obamacare. Mike Bloomberg will make sure everyone without health coverage can get it, and everyone who likes theirs keep it, while capping fees to lower costs. As mayor, he helped expand coverage to 700,000 more people and champion women's reproductive health. As president, he'll give access to everyone.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
It's the annual RV show and sale you don't want to miss at Interstate RV, January 30th through February 2nd. Great RV show pricing just up the road, Highway 51.net.
Get a fresh start with the Start Something New sales event at Don Miller. The new 2019 Ram 1500, the most awarded light-duty truck in America. Get 0% APR for 60-month financing or 1.9% APR for 72 months. Rebates and incentives up to $3,000 on all remaining new 2019 Ram 1500 trucks in stock. The Ram 1500, a 2019 IIHS top safety pick. Great rebates and incentives now at the Start Something New sales event at Don Miller, your Madison truck headquarters.
Don Miller.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Alert weather app. Is the cost of youth sports clubs scaring you off?
Don't listen to the rumors.
A veteran club parent shares price-cutting tips and a benefit that's bigger than the bottom line.
Those are moments to be together.
Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Help eradicate cancer. Make your gift today.
It's 6:51, time for our morning sprint with a look at everything you need to know to get your week started.
First this morning, we're hoping to learn more today about the crash that killed an NBA legend. Kobe Bryant died when a helicopter he was in crashed in Southern California Sunday. Bryant's 13-year-old daughter and 7 others were in the chopper. They also died. It went down just north of Los Angeles. The 41-year-old won 5 championships with the Lakers and was the NBA's 4th leading scorer of all time.
Kobe played his entire 20-year professional career for the Lakers, whose home stadium is the Staples Center in LA. Thousands gathered there to mourn him with flowers, balloons, and moments of silence. The Staples Center was also the host site for the Grammys, just hours after the crash.
Lots of artists are waking up with some new hardware after the 62nd Grammy Awards. Lil Nas X took home a pair of Grammys for his hit song Old Town Road. Lizzo won 3 Grammys, including Best Pop Solo Performance. Breakthrough artist Billie Eilish had a big night as well at the Grammy Awards, taking home 5 statues, including Best New Artist, along with Song, Record, and Album of the Year.
And we are starting off with a little bit of flurry activity or even some patchy freezing drizzle. Definitely cloudy across southern Wisconsin this morning. Temperatures are in the 20s. We'll climb a few degrees today, but it will remain above normal for this time of the year. Look for highs in the mid-30s this afternoon with a light northerly wind.
Breaking now, multiple people are dead with 7 hospitalized and 7 more missing after a dock fire destroyed 35 boats, most of them houseboats. It happened in Scottsboro, Alabama, just after midnight. Investigators say multiple people were killed but wouldn't specify exactly how many. 17 agencies are on the scene, some with rescue boats.
Officials in Afghanistan are investigating reports of a plane crash. They say a passenger plane crashed in the Taliban-held area of the Ghazni province. The plane was operated by Afghanistan's Ariana Airlines. However, that airline says none of its planes have crashed in Afghanistan. We are still working to learn more about those conflicting accounts. There are no reports of deaths or injuries right now.
1 person is injured after a rocket strike on a U.S. embassy. 3 rockets struck the embassy in Baghdad on Sunday. The person injured has minor injuries and has since returned to duty. No one has claimed responsibility for that attack.
President Trump is on Twitter this morning pushing back against new allegations. The New York Times reports John Bolton wrote that the president said he would suspend military aid to Ukraine until that country's government launched an investigation into Joe Biden. The former national security advisor wrote this in a draft of his upcoming book, The Room Where It Happened. The House impeached President Trump last month for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress.
President Trump is responding to Bolton's book with late-night tweets posting that he never told Bolton that his aid was tied to investigations into Democrats, alleging Bolton's, quote, complaints until he was ousted. House Democrats have been demanding Bolton's testimony, and these new assertions are likely to amplify those calls. If motions to call witnesses fail, we could see a final vote as early as this week.
Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence is expected to visit Madison tomorrow. It's all a part of National School Choice Week. He's set to attend an event at the Capitol, which runs from noon until 1. Several roads will be closed along Pence's motorcade route. Capitol visitors will also have to go through extra security screenings.
Another candidate is now qualified to be next month's Democratic presidential debate. Andrew Yang has qualified to face off against 6 other presidential hopefuls at the February 7th event after earning 5% in a new CNN poll. The February debate comes right after the Iowa caucuses and just before the New Hampshire primary.
The U.S. Census Bureau says it still needs to fill nearly 25,000 more jobs for census taker positions here in Wisconsin. They'll be hired to work in their communities and go door to door to collect responses from anyone who didn't respond to the 2020 census, either online or by phone or the mail. The job pays up to $24 an hour and does have flexible hours.
You can file your taxes starting today. This is the second tax filing season under President Donald Trump's tax law, and a lot of attention is on the refund. You might remember last year, a lot of people were frustrated with their returns because they were smaller. If people didn't adjust their withholdings, they are highly likely to have a similar outcome to last year. The results could be even more pronounced because the post-Trump tax law withholding guidance was in effect for more of 2019 than 2018. But having a smaller refund isn't necessarily a bad thing for individuals.
Thank you very much, Keely. Health officials say the coronavirus will peak this spring. As of this morning, 5 people in the U.S. have confirmed cases. New cases were diagnosed yesterday in Arizona and California, in addition to cases in Illinois and Washington State. About 100 people are being tested for the virus in the U.S., including here in Wisconsin, but most of those results have been negative. More than 2,800 cases have been confirmed worldwide. 80 people in China have died.
6:56 now. Stacey K is another look at your first alert traffic. Hi, Stacey.
Hi. The westbound Beltline is starting to pick up now, especially between Stoughton Road and West Broadway. Inbound John Nolan getting busy now at the Rimrock and North Shore Drive intersections as you head downtown. And other main routes heading into Madison, cruising along at the posted speeds. No crashes or delays. With your first alert traffic, I'm Stacey K.
Thank you, Stacey. Here's a live look from the Edgewater Skycam this morning. Lots of low clouds in the area, a few flurries early today. We are going to stick with cloudy skies, but mild temperatures. That quiet weather pattern is going to continue today with a high of 34 degrees. Overall, guys, a lot of clouds in the forecast this week.
All right, Hattie, thank you.
And thanks so much for joining us this morning, folks. Take a little bit of time for your family on this Monday and stay tuned to CBS This Morning with the very latest on the impeachment trial in the Senate. Have a good one.